Hey everyone, Matthew Robinson back again. I'm here to give part 5. Wow, we're already on 5, guys, of my series on interracial dating. Now, it's been a while since I've gotten to this, so there are a lot of questions in the backlog. I'm going to try to get to them all. If I don't get to your question and you'd like me to answer it, make sure you leave questions, comments for me in the comments. I'll try my very best to answer them in part 6, because let's just face it, this is a big topic. There's going to have to be a part 6. When I first started this, I thought I was going to do like 3 or 4. Now it's looking more like I'm going to get all the way up to like 7, 8. So anyway, let's talk interracial dating. One thing I should say, I got a personal, private message from one of the people who's a part of who subscribed my channel. She was a white girl, and I'm not going to, or white woman rather, I'm not going to reveal her username just for sake of privacy, even though, you know, I just feel like she shouldn't. But she talked to me about how she liked an African American guy and how that relationship caused some problems for her parents. Her parents have pretty much cut her off. They kicked her out of the house. They're not giving her any money. Basically disowned her until she gets rid of this guy and kind of denounces the whole relationship. And she refuses to do that. And she should. I mean, I'm not telling her what to do with her life. I told her I can't tell her to do and what to do with her life, and whatever choice she wants to make, that's, you know, the choice is probably best for her. You know, I don't want to get cut off from my parents, but it's kind of sad that even today in, you know, America, that that still happens. It's kind of weird, you know, but it's something that happens, and you know, I think it's naive to say that we're a post-racial society. I would like for us to be a post-racial society. Unfortunately, we're not. But I think, you know, the only way to get rid of it, really, all is to have an open discussion about it. Also, I got a video response. I'm going to link to it at the bottom here, and maybe in the annotations as well. Someone who made a direct video response to part 2. She's a young, very attractive African-American lady, and she talked about a lot about her brother, who was, kind of with white women. And she said that he kind of was the kind of person she expected to be with a white woman. And she's right and she's wrong. I mean, I don't know. I feel that there's a weird thing that in the black community we've separated ourselves so much that now there's particular African American men who are more likely to be with white women. What does that even mean? I don't know. Maybe someone else can explain that to me. But I do think the black community has a lot of issues right now, and there's a lot of things that we need to fix that aren't even related to interracial relationships. Our generation, you know, is really lit, and the generation before us, and the generation before that, has really left a lot of problems. I mean, you know, a couple generations ago, there was a generation that marched for Martin Luther King, and now we've got a generation that seems to have serious issues. We have African American females are the #1 with as being single mothers in America. There's also the fact that there are simply there's a lot of broken stuff. I'm not even gonna get into that. We need to stay on the topic of interracial relationships. Let me look at some of your comments that you guys have left. Okay, this is one from one called I Skate 94, and he says that he's a white 16-year-old kid attracted to African American females, and would like to ask whether it is alright for me to say that, for him to say that. Also, he says in his opinion, it seems that African American females seem less likely to be interested in white males. Any thoughts of this? You know, you make a point there that I do think, I think it's portrayed in the media that black females and white males don't seem to get along. I don't think it's actually that far off. There's not that much of a difference. But I think the media portrays it in a way that the white man can get any woman, but the black man, when he gets a woman of a different race, it's somehow special or different, especially when it's a white woman. That's just my personal thoughts. I don't think there's actually much of a difference. I would say that it is kind of maybe tilted more that white men and black females don't get together, but I think that's more. I mean, if you look at the magazines and video games and movies and television, it seems like generally all the women who are shown as attractive are usually white or very fair-skinned. And that's a big problem. And I think that when white males grow up in a society like that, where they're, you know, made, where white women are seen to be more attractive, I think so sometimes they buy into that somehow white women are more alluring, and then they don't, you know, go for black women. But I don't think there's actually that big of a difference. I just think it's perception. And it's totally okay for you as a Caucasian kid to be more attracted to African American females. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, if that's what you like, that's what you like. Some people like brunettes, some people like redheads, some people like blondes. You know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You like what you like. And I think people should not be ashamed or afraid to admit that they like something. Now, do you like a race or particular color of women or shade of women for the wrong reasons, like it's a purely sexual thing, it's like lust, then that's wrong. But, you know, when it becomes like basically a fetish. But if you just particularly prefer a certain race, culture, or aspect that you're more comfortable with, that's fine too. That's completely fine. Sorry, let's see. One person makes a comment saying that mixed kids don't seem to have actually that much of a problem. She said, Kendall said something in one of my other videos about mixed kids having trouble growing up. It doesn't seem to have hurt President Obama or Halle Berry or, you know, several other people who were mixed race. Linda Carter, who was Wonder Woman, was mixed race. Yep, bet you guys didn't know that. But you know, I think it depends on the person, and I think it depends on how the parents raise the kids. I don't think when you have, especially when you have a mixed child, that you should try to get them to try to relate too much to one race. You should just let them be them. I personally, if I married someone who was not my same, I guess, color or, you know, race, I want my kid to just be my kid first and foremost, you know? And then look, you've got two great races and cultures in you now. Now you're part of both. Be happy about it. Celebrate it. And I think we need to make sure the kids celebrate that. One person asked me if I have a preference. No, I don't really have a preference. I like any women, as long as they like me, which I have to say is very few of them. I'm totally okay with it. You know, I guess if I had to choose, you know, it wouldn't come down to like a skin color. It would be more like I like dark hair a lot, like brunettes, like dark redheads, and even dark blonde, you know. But it's black hair, of course. I don't know. I have to say I don't like it when black women have like these obvious weaves and everything. Not to get too off topic, but ladies, stop wearing all the weaves. Like, I understand, you know, once in a while you want to wear the weave and look different and have a different hairstyle. That's cool. But why are you wearing the weave? Why are you paying $500 plus for this weave? I mean, why? What standard of beauty are you trying to conform to that may not exist? It's just, people are paying so much money, and why? Why? I like it when, you know, the women have, you know, hair that's more like mine. You know, it's a little kinky. I like, not kinky in the sexual term, I mean kinky as in hair, when black women have that. I don't like to see a black woman with all like these weaves, especially, gosh, I will say this, the #1 turnoff for me when it comes to black women was when they dye their hair blonde. I can't stand it. Like, black woman, when I see her with blonde hair, I can't. It's an immediate, I have no interest in you as dating. Now, I mean, if she re-dyed her hair black or whatever color it originally was, brown, whatever, then I'm fine with that. You know, and if her hair is naturally blonde, then, you know, I don't care. But when they've obviously dyed it blonde, I have a big problem with that. But that's just me. Alright guys, that's enough for me. I will be back again soon. Make sure that you check out my blog, rfmp.wordpress.com. Leave questions, comments below, and I'll try to answer them in part 6. And until next time, remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and remember, it's all in the hair.